Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel today. And in our lesson today, we want to discuss range, minimum or maximum, and roots of quadratic graph. This is a quadratic graph, and this is a positive quadratic graph. Whenever you have your curve to be V-shaped or U-shaped, it's a positive quadratic expression. Situations where your x squared is a positive value, but situations where your x, the variable that has square, is a negative coefficient, then it has to face down, like it will be n-shaped. Okay, so how do we find? Let's start with roots. The roots of quadratic equation. The roots of quadratic equation is the point where your curve touches on the x-axis. This is our x-axis, and this is our y-axis. So you discover that the curve is touching at 2 points on the x-axis, which is here and where? Here. So it suffices to say that the roots of this quadratic equation is -2 or +4. You could see that this is the negative part of the graph and this is positive. Here is positive and here is negative of the Cartesian planes. Okay, so we've got the roots of the quadratic equation. So you always observe the curve where it passes through the x-axis. So passing through the x-axis, it's intercepted at 2, -2, and intercepted where? At +4. So the root, you say that x is equal to either a -2 or a +4. Okay, now what about the range? Range is the last value at the turning point of your curve. You locate the turning point. This is the turning point where the curve got to and then starts moving up. So you trace the value, that is 5. So to have the range is always an inequality. So when you have a positive graph like this, you tell us that your range y, it's on the y-axis, are the values greater than or equal to what? -5. -5. If it is an n-shaped graph, that means if the graph is this way, all right, you will locate it at this point. Let's assume we have 5 here. So at this point, you tell us that y is value less than or equal to what? +5. So when you have a negative quadratic graph, remember, if it is n-shaped, it is a negative quadratic graph. If it is U-shaped, it is a positive quadratic graph. That is, the coefficient of x must be positive. That is a number greater than 0. In this case, your a is greater than 0. In this case, your a is less than 0. All right, so we'll discuss that in another video. So that is it about the range. We use inequality to represent range. So for the minimum and maximum, the minimum is the same thing as the value of your range. It's just that we don't choose inequality to write it. So we said that the minimum value is y equals to -5, right? The same value here. That's the last point at the turning point. Then if it is a negative graph, that is, your curve is like this, that has to be here. So you simply tell us that it is y equals to what? 5. And that is it for maximum. This is minimum and this is max. That is max. All right, so with this you'll be able to solve range, minimum or maximum, and then roots of quadratic equation. Thank you so much for watching. Please do well to like this video and share it to your friends and follow for more interesting mathematics tutorials. See you in my next video. Bye.